All right, welcome to part 3 of the patch 0.42 update that just launched today. I was hoping to get these out sooner before the update actually launched, but unfortunately, life happens. So today's the day that I'm going to get all that out to you guys. In this one, we're going to talk about a huge overhaul to our artifacts. There are tons of new sets that are coming out. There's going to be a difference in which rift you're going to be able to get stuff. Some of them you can only get from war loot, some you can only get in arena cycles, and then some you can only get from events. And then there's a whole new rift that just opened, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. So today's going to be jam-packed with a lot of information about artifacts and what the new sets do, because they're a lot different than the current sets that we had. These are more of like status effects. It's really interesting, and I'm excited personally, especially about a few of them, to see how those really play out in the game. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we are about to go over a ton of information about artifacts, so get ready. It's a lot to take in, and it's going to take a while, at least for me, to get used to all of this. So you're going to see me looking down a lot at my notes because I had to take a lot of notes so that I could get my brain working with all of the stuff that's going on. So there are new sets with unique effects. They changed the different sets and different rifts. So the Goliath rift has 5 right now, but they're going to eventually add a 6th. And then the new rift, the Witch rift, has 6, and then the Phoenix rift has 6. The Hope and Zeal sets you can only get from Arena, and then Fury and Determination you can only get from war chests. So the Arena sets are the first one we're going to go over. Now these you get at the end of the cycle as loot, like you would whenever you get like the backgrounds and avatars and all that stuff. You're going to be able to get the sets at the end of that. The rewards increase depending on how high of a tier you are in the league. So starting at the wooden league, you're going to get like 1, and it's a 3-star or something like that. And then as you increase, you're going to get like 6 pieces as a 6-star artifact. So just depending upon where you are in what league, it's going to determine how many of the sets that you're going to get. So the first one that we're going to talk about, you have to have 4 for the set bonus, and it's called Hope, and it gives 25% chance to gain 50 mana when a hero uses their special ability. I think it's interesting to talk about as far as some of these are like chances to get things, which is a little bit different, but the chances of what they are really not really great. So anyway, you have to have 4 of the Hope set. Zeal, it's a 2-piece set, and that damage increases by 2.5% for every living enemy. And then if you have 3 sets, it's 7.5%. So if you have all Zeal, it's 7.5% for each set. So those are the ones that you're going to be able to get from the Arena. So again, Arena is Hope and Zeal, and those are the 2 that you see over here. The next one that we're going to talk about were added to the Ashen Grove, so the Goliath Rift. The first one is a 2-piece set, and that one is Cover. It gives you a protective shield based on 30% of the hero's max health point for 3 turns at the start of a wave. So, for instance, if you're in campaign, there are 2 waves, so each wave is going to start off with that. It goes up to 9 turns if you have all 3 sets. So that's pretty sweet. Just remember, it's only with the wave start. And then the next one that you get from Ashen Grove is Bandit, and that one you have to have 4 pieces for the set. It is a 100% chance to remove 2 positive statuses when attacking with gemstones. So I think that's really awesome. I love to remove positive statuses from my opponent, so this is It's a really cool set, I think, personally. So those are the 2 new sets that were added to Ashen Grove. The next one are our new sets for Dark Woods. I said Ashen Grove is Goliath. It's the Phoenix Rift. Get it together. That's me. I need to get it together. Alright, so the new set for Dark Woods, it is called Rotten, and it's a 4-piece set. This is going to give you 30% chance to inflict heal block for 3 turns with special ability, and it cannot be resisted. Anything that says it cannot be resisted is pretty sweet. Alright, so now we're going to talk about the Guild Wars set. The first one is Fury, and it is a 2-piece set. With this, damage is increased by 15% if your hero has less than 50% health. So, I think that one is pretty cool. Then there's a 4-piece set called Determination. That one grants 5 mana for every 10% missing health point at the start of your turn. So, you know, it's going to increase depending on how much missing health point you have. So that one's going to be interesting for sure to see in gameplay. Event sets, there are 2 of those, and these you can only get from special events that come up, like in your event calendar. There is going to be a 2-piece set called Charge, and that grants 35 mana at the start of the battle, 100% mana with all 3 sets. So I am pumped about this one. Like, I would love certain heroes that I have to just start off the battle with 100% mana, like Inula. If I can put this on Inula, I will be jazzed and just get her right off the bat and just put everybody to sleep. So that's, for some reason, that's like the hero that really comes to mind for me, because I want her to be like the fastest that I have. So anyway, the next event set that you can get is called Daze, and it's a 4-piece set. This one has a 22% chance to inflict stun for 2 turns when a hero deals damage with their special ability. So basically you're going to have a 22% chance to be Freya. Not Freya. Yeah, it is Freya. I need more coffee. Should take a sip of that right now. So I'm all off kilter. The next one is going to be the Witch's Rift, the new sets in the Witch's Rift. So the first one is a 2-set piece called Untouchable. This grants immunity for 3 turns at the wave start per set. So with all 3 sets, it goes for 9 turns at the start of each wave. So that's really awesome. I love immunity. I miss immunity on some heroes, but I mean, Spell Shield is still pretty great. The next one is going to be a 4-piece set called Vampire, and that recovers 35% of the damage dealt as health points per set. So that's pretty, well, I mean, per set, because there's only 4 of them. Anyway, I think that's pretty cool. So those are the new artifacts, and that's gonna really be a lot to take in as far as seeing those in actuality, because we're so used to like a flat stat increase, like, you know, your warrior set, your attack is going to increase, pretty standard. But these are all like different effects that you can have based on the sets that you have. So I'll probably do a deep dive into some of these and think about different heroes that might be good for it. But I don't want to overwhelm everybody with information, especially as this patch goes live, because there's so much going on that it's going to take a little while to get used to it. So those are the new sets, the new artifacts that have come out, and I'm personally very excited about it. I think it's going to bring a lot of new dynamics to the game, so it doesn't feel quite as stale, and it's not just as straightforward, because, you know, with all these different sets, the possibilities of different heroes that you have, what sets you put on them, it's all going to change. So again, I do ask for your patience as I update my Discord on this, because there's just so much new stuff to put out. I'm going to be working on it over the next several days, and hopefully I can get it completed, but it might take a little while for me. So anyway, the Witch Rift launched, as well as all of the new artifacts and the different changes that we've gone through already. The Witch Rift does introduce a new status called Death, and this it's going to deal damage based on 25% of the target's current max health points after the timer runs out. So if it lands and it has a 3-turn timer, then at the end of that 3-turn timer is when you're going to see that effect go into play. This is a brand new status, so we'll see how that goes. I think that that's a really interesting concept. And then we're going to talk a little bit about some changes that they made to the dust rifts that I am jazzed about. So the big one is no more silver scrolls in the dust rifts. Thank you. You can still get gold scrolls, but not silver scrolls. And I don't know about you, but after playing for over a year, I have like a gazillion silver scrolls. I have to like purge them every once in a while. And then they did increase the drop rate for large dusts specifically. So I think it might have actually been all dusts. I have to reread the patch notes. Again, there's so much to go over. So with that, they did change a little bit as far as the amount of dust that it's going to require to awaken your hero. But with dust being more readily available and the drop rates increasing, it's going to be better because we'll be able to awaken our heroes faster. So that's all I really have to go over. If you have any questions or comments or anything, be sure to leave those in the comment section. I'm going to link the patch notes in the description as well, so that way you have that available for whenever you are kind of going through stuff and you can read through everything, and you know, especially the hero changes that I'm not going to go over in the video because I don't think anybody wants to hear me ramble about 100 hero changes. So anyway, that's all I have. Good luck with getting the new information and really soaking all of that in. I appreciate you guys very much, and I hope you have a really awesome day.